Howdy ladies and gentlemen, my name's Colin McCrazy, welcome back to the channel. Today we got a twofer, a two-question inbox video for you guys. If you want to send your own questions or advice that you would like me to give, or whatever you have to say in an inbox, I have a Google form down in the description. It's really easy to fill out. You can pick your own gameplay. If you want zombies, there's zombies in there too. You can pick a map, whatever you guys would like. And today I got some Modern Warfare 2, some OG. Both these questions had Modern Warfare 2 for them, so I kind of stuck them together, and they're fairly similar. They talk a lot about um, things about YouTube and how I make my videos and stuff like that. So let's just get right into it. So the first question I have, I'm gonna go over this one because it's a little quicker. I can answer this pretty quickly. It starts out as, love the content. Some of this might be similar to previous questions, but anyways, I've been wanting to make YouTube gameplay videos for years now, similar to you, just to scratch that nostalgia itch in my brain, but could never afford the hardware and find the time to upload what I could. What do you use to capture your PS3 gameplay and voiceover? And I'd love to add you on PS3 if you ever needed extra players for any content you make. Love the long live the PS3. Yes, sir. Long live the PS3. Thank you. Thank you for sending this question. So I use. It's very tricky actually with the PS3. I think Xbox is a lot easier, just based off what I found for research. I had to do a lot of research just to get this to work, but you need two things if you want to pull gameplay off of your PS3. You need a splitter, which is basically like a HDMI splitter where you put in the output from your PS3 into a box, and then you can split it between two separate outputs. They're really cheap. I think I got mine for like 20 bucks or something. Super cheap to find. I found this really good version. I think they sell it in the UK. I can maybe put a link in the description if I could find it on Amazon or somewhere where I bought it. Hopefully I can. So you can go buy one yourself. But you definitely need the splitter because you need to get past the HDCMI, which comes with every PlayStation. The newer ones, like the PS4 and 5, you can turn it off manually, but you can't do it on the PS3. It's kind of just locked in there. So that's why you need the splitter. And then I use an Elgato HD60X. It's actually really pricey. I think it's almost about 200 bucks depending where you get it from. But my dad was nice enough to get it for Christmas for me, which was a surprise because I asked for a lower version. I think if you get, I believe like the Elgato HD60S or the S Plus, is much cheaper. I think it's maybe around like $50, 75, depending where you get it from. So yeah, that's what I use. That's what I use for those. And for my voiceover, I actually record my voice like right now over in my editing software in DaVinci Resolve. It has a section called Fairlight. There's like a bunch of different sections at the bottom. I'm looking at them right now. The main one I use is the edit, obviously, because I need to like make cuts and stuff like that. There's one called Fusion, and that's for like effects, and then there's one called Color for like color grading. I don't use those really. I don't think they're necessary for what I'm doing. Those are for like movies and stuff like that. But the one that does the voiceover is called Fairlight. It's where you have all your audio tracks, and I just use the record feature from there. I had to tweak it a little bit. I had to make sure that my microphone wasn't picking up a lot of background noise, so I put a sound gate on it. You can look up a tutorial. It's really easy to do. It's not too hard. And I found a really weird bug. For some reason, whenever I start recording and I don't switch my projects, it picks up more noise than I want it to. Like my sound gate doesn't work, so I have to switch my projects back and forth. You just open a previous project and then close it and then go back to your original, and it should work from there. I don't know if this is like a bug or something, but I have to do it every time. It's not that big a deal though for me. So yeah, thanks for sending this question. I appreciate it. Hopefully that helps, and hopefully I remember to put some links down below for those products if you want to go buy those yourself. I'm sure they're not that much money put together. If you put some money aside, I'm sure you can pay for them. Or just, like me, ask for gifts for your birthday or for Christmas. And then we got the second question here. So it goes as, hey Colin, I love the videos and hope you keep them up. Thank you. I've been pursuing YouTube off and on for years, but I always fall short in staying consistent because I run out of ideas and lose motivation. I know it's a generic reason, but I wanted to know how you come up with ideas for videos and stay motivated. I really like this question. This is great. Very simple, but like there's a lot that goes into it when it comes to like how I come up with ideas. And everybody's got their own regimen. So usually, whenever I come up with ideas, I feel like half of my ideas come from just watching other people on YouTube, and it doesn't have to be just this niche of COD commentaries, because it could go as far as talking about money, talking about life, talking about relationships, and then there's also just like other videos I watch that aren't related to Call of Duty in general. Maybe like I might be watching a Battlefield video, or maybe I'm watching like a tips and tricks on something, or just a funny gaming video that is completely different. Like I was watching some gameplay of this game called Peak a while ago, and I thought it was really funny and it was cool. I've never seen that game before, and I was like, this is kind of cool. It's just literally just about climbing. And so like ideas come from that. They just kind of pop in my head just from watching stuff, consuming things. Could be from TV shows that you might watch, or like music you listen to. I do like to talk about music a good bit. And then just things that I'm interested in. I like to game a lot. I do art. I talk about art sometimes on here. I mean, stuff I do with friends sometimes. Maybe a really wild experience I've had that I feel like sharing. Stories that you would like to tell. I think I'm categorized as kind of like the story guy, I guess, and maybe a little bit of like the nostalgia dude as well. If you compare me to just from what I've heard from other YouTubers that are in this genre. And then I think the other half of where I get my ideas is in moments where I'm kind of like contemplating and like I don't have a lot going on. If you stay too busy, I feel like ideas don't come to you as naturally because you're using your brain a lot. Let's say you work at like a 9 to 5, like you only have maybe 4 or 5 hours of the day where you can sit and relax and like have time to yourself. But that's really where I find a good bit of my ideas. Like when I was working at Domino's for quite a while, and working really hard at Domino's, I get a lot of free time in my car to just sit and listen to music and think all day. It doesn't take a lot of brain power to really drop off pizzas. So a lot of my ideas would just pop into my head from there, and just things I observe, things I see, maybe just opinions that you have about things. It really depends what you want to talk about. Staying motivated though is another just hassle in itself. And I'm not gonna lie, there was a point while I was working at my other job over the summer where I was basically working a 9 to 5, and I was getting pretty burnt out, both from that and just also trying to keep up with my YouTube schedule. I think I was trying to upload at least like 2 videos a week and also stream like 3 times a week, and that was just taking a toll on me. I'm pretty sure I made a post about it, talking about like I'm gonna change up my schedule just a bit. And I almost crumbled. I was like, man, it would be great if I could just take like 2 weeks off of YouTube and just relax and chill out. And I feel like that's a lot of like what other YouTubers do. They fall in that trap and then they just don't come back from it. And I knew that in the back of my head. I was like, if I take this break, I know I won't be coming back, at least as strongly as I've kept up. So keeping that up is tough. You kind of have to push through it sometimes, and then you'll rebound. So like I rebounded. It only took me maybe like 2 weeks, and then my schedule changed for my job, and I felt a lot better about making videos. Ideas started to come to my head a lot easier. I didn't have to force anything. I didn't just have to come up with stuff off the top of my dome, like without having to stress about it for a little bit. They just kind of came, and it's really important to have that time where you can relax a little, let your brain breathe. Your brain's got to like stop thinking, at least at some point of your day. If not your day, then your week if you're that busy. But yeah, I think that's just where most of my ideas just stem from. Just things I'm interested in. I feel like the way I look at the world sometimes is unique. I don't want to be that guy and be like, oh, I have the most unique perspective out of everybody, but it's just, it caters towards you, whatever you think is how you view the world, and what you can kind of derive from it. And I feel like I do that in a way where it just comes out as like stories and ideas that I can share on YouTube. And it's sometimes not that hard. If you want to be that guy that talks about like current events or topics that are tossed around on YouTube, go ahead, dude. That's a great way of getting ideas as well. You're not ripping off people. It's good to credit people if you're really gonna talk about something very specific that another person talked about, where you got your idea. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. Hope that guy helped you guys. I appreciate y'all putting these questions. It was awesome to answer them. And yeah, send in some more if you want your question answered in a separate video. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.